Now there is question that transmutation reaction is there. Can we carry out artificially? Let us check out. Say uranium is there, atomic number 92, mass number 238. This is naturally occurring uranium. Now this is bombarded with slow moving neutron. Slow moving means don't consider it is very slow moving, but it is not accelerated one. That means velocity is not given. Whatever natural velocity is there, that. So that slow moving neutron is bombarded on uranium 238. Now neutron is represented as this way, 0, because there are no protons. So 0 and 1. Now on bombardment of this neutron over uranium, we are getting uranium atomic number 92, say 92 plus 0, so here it will be 92, whereas mass number 238 plus 1, so 239. That's why in previous lecture we discussed this is synthetically prepared isotope. Say 92 uranium is already there, but we converted into new isotope of it, that is uranium 239. Now this is, you are aware, beta emitter, and as it emits beta, we are getting new element, that is 93 number. We named this as Neptunium on behalf of Neptune. Mass number remains constant, and that will give again beta emission to give plutonium. Mass number is 239 only, but atomic number 94. So this is series. We are saying these elements here, they are naturally existing, but then onwards they are synthetically prepared or transuranides or transuranic elements. So this way may be possible, we can say, to some extent the transmutation is carried out synthetically. Why? Because atomic number remains same, but after that the radioactivity is there. So on radioactivity we are getting transuranide, but initial source is somewhat artificial. But is it possible that we are getting direct? Answer is yes. Various nuclear reaction. Now what this is called as nuclear reaction only. Here I have shown the reaction, that is nuclear reaction. In order to get this type of nuclear reactions, we required certain thing. Say in case of chemical reaction we are mixing out reagent, but here mixing is not required. Here directly attack on nucleus is required. Now what is the problem over there? That nucleus is possessing out positive charge, and in order to change structure of nucleus, there must be something which is bombarded on nucleus, that is called as projectile. Let us check out again how nuclear reaction is carried out. There is target. Target means the reaction we have to carry out on that particular substance. Say for example here uranium is target. On uranium we are bombarding out neutron. So neutron is bombarded here. This is called as projectile. Don't misunderstand that okay proton. No, this is called as projectile. The particle which is bombarded is called as projectile. On bombardment we are getting new nucleus here. We are calling this as recoil nucleus, and sometime it is followed by emission, or that is called as ejectile. So nuclear reaction, I can say this way, that target is bombarded with projectile. In return we are getting recoil nucleus and ejectile or emission. Not necessary, in this case there is no ejectile directly, but it may there. Now here we are getting different ideas. Suppose I had to bombard projectile, then projectiles are proton, deuteron, alpha particles. All are possessing positive charge, whereas nucleus of an atom, say this is atom, this is nucleus, this is also having positive charge around it. The moment particle which is already positively charged, which is approaching to this, it is having first electronic cloud, but electrons are having less mass. So with high velocity this particle can pass out through electronic cloud, But here also strong positive charge is there. The moment it will approach, it will repel back with greater speed. Why? Because nucleus is having strong positive charge. In case of uranium, you are aware 92 protons are there. Whereas, suppose I am bombarding with alpha particles are having plus 2 charge. So plus 2, whereas 92 plus 2. So here plus 92 and plus 2 will repel back. This is called as Coulombic barrier. That means repulsive force between nucleus and projectile. Now in order to overcome this force, there must be tremendous energy required. Now obviously this particle is having positive charge. I have to accelerate it. I have to increase the velocity. On increasing velocity, these particles get bombarded on nucleus. But this is very easy for me to say that okay, we have to accelerate particle, but it is bit difficult. Why? Because for that purpose certain instruments are required. They are called as particle accelerator. For example, the first particle accelerator was built up that was having length of 9 kilometers. Imagine 9 kilometer length is there for instrument, that is called as linear particle accelerator. Then there are other particle accelerator device developed. They are called as cyclotron, which was having considerable less length. Then it was developed syncyclotron, more effective. But still these particle accelerators are required in order to bombard projectile over target. And that's why we are considering here neutron as a best projectile. Why? Because neutron is not possessing charge. So it can pass out through this electronic cloud and hit the target, that is nucleus, very easily, because it is not having any charge. And so not accelerated neutron also work. So we are using word as slow moving neutron. So this way reaction we can carry it out in consideration. These reactions are called as nuclear reactions. By use of the nuclear reaction, various new isotopes were produced. Like here we produce uranium-239, which is not naturally existing. Same way we produce various isotopes of various elements, and even radioactive element of early element. Early means less than atomic number 82, that is lighter element, that is also possible. So for example, carbon we can make radioactive, we can make oxygen radioactive, we can make phosphorus radioactive. Like that, various elements which are non-radioactive, we able to make them radioactive by using various particle accelerators, various projectiles. We are able to produce out new particles, new charge bodies, and that's why we are calling that as nuclear reaction. In the nuclear reaction, suppose lighter elements are produced which are possessing radioactivity, we are calling that as artificial radioactivity, or even we may call it as induced radioactivity. This way we got various nuclear